Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest. We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it? He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close my ancestors speak, they tell me they're tighter than brain on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep, longing to sing until I surpass peak, until they think we are equal. Please, all I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their palms would bleed, begging that generations remember our story.
Yo. What's up? Peace and blessings. Happy Sunday to the good people of Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you are, man. Much love. Appreciate you for tapping in. If you were here yesterday, you definitely pulled up for a good show. You came out to have a good time, and I'm grateful for it. I'm very humbled. Thank you for being a part of the open mic we had yesterday. I do want to hold another one this week coming up, Lord willing. I'm not going to do anything but speak affirmations of positivity and success throughout this segment and throughout the show. I hope you got home safe. I hope your night went well. I hope your morning is even better. Decided to switch it up a little bit. As you can see the title, Top 10 TV show moms all time. We gotta talk about it. I'm gonna pull up a list, and then we're gonna scroll through them. I'm gonna give you my 10. But I want to know what yours is. Do me a solid. Like, repost, share. Let the people know that we are live. I'm still working on my soundboard, transferring all of my information over from one computer to another. So it's going to take me some time. I'm getting there, but it takes a lot of patience, and I've been getting distracted. So it's all good. Who's on your list, though? When I think about TV show moms, I can go back as far as the Brady Bunch, Simpsons, Family Matters, Full House. There's too many. And actually, the one list that I'm going to pull up is actually a 50 clip. some of these names I forgot about, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? You tend to forget about certain shows that came on. Some of them I watched, some of them I didn't watch because I really wasn't into them until I got older. But I thought I brought this up. Let me bring this back here. All right. For those who want to stay in contact, send me an email, any topics. You want to join the open mic, you can hit me up on TikTok, Facebook, IG. I'm pretty responsive. What was I about to do? All right. I'm gonna get my list together real quick. Okay. We're gonna run through these together. I finally got my things the way I want it now, so we can really dig deep into this. Let's see. Where is it? All right, here it is. This is the one I want right here. I'm gonna read these off. And you let me know if it's a yay or a nay on any of them. I'm bringing it up to the main screen so you can see as I run them down. Now, my list is subjective. I might not have any of these people up here, but you might. So, if you're looking at what I'm looking at, this thing goes back, like way back. Like I said, I forgot about a lot of these people, man. Some of these people I don't even know about. You might be older than me, so some of these names might be familiar to you. As far as me, nah, I'm not really familiar with all of them faces. Let's go ahead and start with the first. What's this? The first 9 that we have here. The first 40 have here. Carol Brady. Carol Brady. I know who Carol Brady is. I used to watch the Brady Bunch. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think that there was a life like that people actually lived like that. But it was innocent. They had their stuff. I wasn't really mad at this show though. I wish that households were like this. I did. I wasn't expecting that in the hood though, but you wanted to see more family being family. And when this was out, it was a simpler time. It just felt more like this is what I want. This is what I would love to see in my neighborhood and in my community in general. The Brady Bunch was shit. Is she on my list? I don't know yet. I might have to go through a few more of these. There's 50 of them. Samantha Stevens. I vaguely remember her. Vaguely. The problem with this one is I have to look at what show she played on. My memory is off a little bit on that one. I don't know why I keep thinking I Dream of Jeannie, but I don't. Is it I Dream of Jeannie? Dang, I don't want to. Yeah, it has to be. I don't know. Tell me in the comment section. Do you remember her? I remember her face. I remember the name. I just can't put the face to any particular show. It'll probably mess around and come to me later on. Morticia Adams. Yes, I'm very familiar with her. Very familiar with her. The Addams Family is the reason for Wednesday. There wouldn't be a Wednesday without them. From what I remember of this show, she was different. They were more like a gothic type of a household, which made for good entertainment and TV. I'm gonna go through this entire list. I'm not even going to just stop on them for 5, 10, 15 minutes. I just wanted to acknowledge. I know who she is. June Cleaver. We got June Cleaver. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you include cartoon moms too? Are those passable? I mean, if we talking about mom TV show moms, they got them up here on the list. So do they count, or do they have to actually be physical people? I don't want to disqualify them. So hold on, we got Carol Brady, Samantha Stevens, Morticia Adams, June Cleaver. We got Wilma Flintstone. Wilma Flintstone. Who don't know who Wilma is? Carolyn in Dallas. I don't know who the hell that is. I'm sorry. I don't know who that is. Which is like, it's hard to. If you grew up in a certain area, you're going to only be familiar with certain people. I don't remember her coming across my TV screen. And if she did, I didn't stay there very long. If you in the studio, turn your camera on. I'm not bringing you up without your camera on. Jill Taylor. Home Improvement was my shit. I used to watch Home Improvement faithfully. Now, if I had to pick out of this lineup right here, this first 8, if I'm gonna do a process of elimination, damn. I'm gonna go Marge. I'm gonna go Jill. I'm gonna go Carol and Morticia. Hold on, let me bring him up.
Salute, brother. It's Saturday. Let's get it.
Oh, I've been here. What's up?
Ain't nothing, man. I mean, I know what the topic is. I see the list right there.
It's only just the first 8.
That's That's cool. But man, I had a time last night, man. You should have been there, or you should have been watching. That's all I'm gonna say. It was Friday night. It was pretty decent last night, man. But we'll get into that a little later. This list is acceptable because um I heard you mention cartoons are acceptable. Talking about Marge, Wilma, of course they're acceptable. They was generational. Like that's a Flintstones and the Simpsons is top tier, bro. Everybody watch that. Everybody watch those episodes. So yeah.
That's all I wanted to know. I didn't think I was tripping.
Nah, because they came on regular. I mean, you put the Simpsons and Simpsons came on regular, bro. Come on, and everybody know about the Flintstones. So we ain't even gonna do that. They had their own movie. The Simpsons had their own movie. Like them two had their own movies. So yeah, they automatically in there.
Well, shit, the Brady Bunch had their own movie too. Um, the Addams Family had their own movie.
Yeah, but you gotta cross over. You gotta be in order for to get your own movie. You gotta have a lot of viewers on the series. They ain't gonna just make a movie out of if you wasn't successful.
Yeah, that's my point. That's exactly my point. Look,
So
this
we're not
ain't my,
talking about the animation. It's the character itself. When you talk about the TV moms, it's what they did on the screen. You know what I'm saying? That's what make the character is what make that mom.
don't get it twisted. I never said this was my list. This is actually a list that I pulled up off of the internet. It's a top 50.
I see that, and most of these moms is on the internet. My list will come out a little different than this too. I didn't say this was your list, but you know, even if they're not on your list, this right here deserve to get some flowers, on their name. We did that with the TV dads. There was a lot of dads that didn't make the cut, but they deserve their flowers, just like with the comedian thing we did. You know, they deserve their flowers just like anybody else.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah. The Brady Bunch is always going to be goated to me.
So let's go down there. You got Jill. And Jill was nice now. That's from the
Home Improvement.
Tim the Two Man Taylor's wife right there with the three boys.
Home Improvement.
All right, so tell me this with Jill. Could you remember any episode that she really stepped up as the mom for those three boys? She had three boys on there.
She was always on their helmet. She was always on their helmet.
He was on Dad helmet too a lot.
Yeah, because he always did dumb shit.
He married him.
I don't see the correlation there though.
They supposed to be on, they supposed to be on each other. But as far as with the kids, I remember plenty of times because the kids on there on Home Improvement, the kids was like athletic a little bit. It was like they was bullying each other. She came in and stopped that. Um, what's the oldest kid? Brad. He was more of a athletic. Her oldest boy was more like athletic. So they would go to their soccer games or no, I think it was baseball games and all of that. She would buy equipment. She was always supportive of her kids, and and stop them because they would pick on the little baby, so she'll stop them from jumping on her youngest son too a lot. So she'll always step in and do that. Yeah, I remember Jill.
She was the disciplinary.
Yeah,
Tim was he wasn't really involved in that shit like that.
he had that show. He had his own show. Him and my man Al. Him and Al did they thing. So yeah, she had to stay home. Now I think she had a job though, bro. She did, but she was more at home and supported his on screen career with Al. And she even came and brought the boys to the show a couple times on the episode. So yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, I rock with Jill. Like I said, I used to watch that show every day. Out of out of everybody up here on this list, it was between her and the Simpsons. The Jetsons came in third. I wasn't big on the Brady Bunch. I watched it. I wasn't very big on it though.
So I mean, if you got Wilma, my thing is you got Wilma Flintstone. What's up with Betty Rubble? And then what's up with Miss Jetson? What's up with Miss Jetson? The Jetsons, like you said, she was a mom too.
She wasn't a main character though. That's why they ain't put her up there. Oh, but I see the mom from the Jetsons is right here.
Yeah, she needs to be on there. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The Jetsons now. I will put the Flintstones over the Jetsons if we just talking show to show, cartoon to cartoon, whatever. But yeah, she needed to be on there because they was in the same era. I like Miss Keaton. I like that. Miss Keaton. Of course I'm going with Sophia. Sophia should be on there. Lucy Ricardo. All in the Family. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even put what's my girl name? You ain't even put I think she had 3 kids. I don't even think her show was on there long, but she need a little bit of love if she not on this list. Thea. What's up with Big Thea?
I haven't scrolled down that far yet.
Yeah, she needs some love if she ain't on this. I'm just saying if she not on the list, she needs some love because one thing about these moms that we are going I want to get into with this mom list is that it's a difference with a mom like a Jill because she had Tim Allen as her husband. It's different for people like Peggy Bundy and all of them. They had a husband, but you're gonna give some of these moms that persevered with no husband and still should be on the damn list. You see what I'm saying? Because some of these shows had single moms.
You ain't no. Hold on. Oh,
some of them had single moms. I mean, most of these moms had a husband. You see what I'm saying? It's a different responsibility when you don't have that husband. That's all. That's all I'm saying. When it comes to this list, they need love too because some of these moms did break through and did it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna sugarcoat that. I'm just saying it changes the metric a little bit when you know you had that father with you or that husband than when you didn't.
I
That's all.
don't think anybody is disputing that though.
Yeah. I just want to put that out there because they get overshadowed because they had the other moms had help and they didn't. That's all.
But are we talking about who raised their kids the best or who had the most impact overall?
Yeah, both. It's both. It's both. When you talk about this list, it's no different than the dad list. Now the dads that we discussed, they had help too. They had those mothers, but I'm just saying when we do this, I think we're gonna find more of the cases that I just said than the dads. You see what I'm saying? Because we want to break it down for real, get to the X's and O's of this shit. A dad ain't it, when you go to the dad part. A dad ain't gonna be uh, a single dad with a rack of kids, man. It ain't gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? That don't really happen. On this side, you gotta recognize that because the moms be with the kids majority than the dads. You put it on the table, and if that's the case, you got to look at that part too because they don't have the husbands. That's all.
I don't know where you're going with that. I'm gonna leave that alone. Um,
I'm just I'm just saying that's the situation. What you mean when I'm going with it? That be the situation that we
just,
talk about it all the time.
but I know what I have a feeling that I think you're doing what you're doing, but I don't have any proof of that.
Well, let me
Uh,
break it down to you like this: a father is not gonna have the kids by himself more than the mother would.
well,
So that's why I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
didn't TV wasn't like that then. It wasn't set up for that.
Uh, yeah, it was. Some of those shows broke down. I just said the lady. What was the
No,
mother I just said? Huh?
I'm talking about where they painted the dude to be the guy raising his kid by himself. They didn't do that.
I just said that. I just said it happens on this side more than the other side. You didn't hear that part.
No,
I said on the mother side, what we're talking about today, the moms, we gotta factor that in. We didn't have to factor that in on the dad side because the dad wouldn't a dad wouldn't be in that position more than the mom would. That's all. You understand now?
let's get through this list.
Let's roll. Keep rolling.
I didn't get a chance to really speak on any of these though. Um, you didn't even give Miss Bunker her flowers. Miss Keaton, how you forget about Miss Keaton?
I
Now,
like Miss Keaton from is she from Growing Pains?
yeah,
Yeah, I come on now. See when you think of these shows, it pop up. Come on now. You know we're gonna get to. First of all, we're gonna eventually get there, but we're gonna get to the goat. You already know that's coming. So I
you
just
keep
want to put
on.
that.
You keep on with that shit.
I just
That's
want to put that on
I
the table
already
so
know. I
we
already
can
know.
make sure.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why you wanted to do this anyway. I know. I
You
know.
know we're gonna get to that lineup. So just be patient. It's coming. Got Roseanne. That's what I'm talking about. And
Roseanne.
some of these moms, I mean, everybody wasn't successful. I'm gonna just put that down there. Everybody didn't do a good job. It's hard, but that's why I wanted to mention that because I'm like, what about the moms that had it hard and they still did a good job? So don't forget them. But I'm just saying it's hard. All of them wasn't successful.
I don't think you had to be successful to be an impactful TV show mother either, because I know that's what your argument is going to be later on. So
No,
I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. You didn't have to be famous as doctor or lawyer to be a successful, impactful TV show mom.
yeah, well, if that's what you're thinking about, then hey, we'll get to that when it's time. But what I'm saying is, some of these moms, and they did show it on camera, they were failures, bro. They were. I mean, I gotta look at some more names, but they were failures. It was a hard job to be a mom, or better yet, be a single mom, raising them by yourself.
I'm looking at this shit right here. I don't know half of these motherfuckers. I know who Roseanne is. Roseanne was a trailer park type of chick. Um,
Okay, no, now Roseanne had her own. Her show was called Roseanne, so she get her flowers just off that alone. She had 3 kids. You already know the story with that. You know what I'm saying, with DJ and how all them came up. The 2 daughters. You know how that went, but she had her own show, and not only that, her show was on screen for about how many? About at least 15 years or so. Close to that. That's successful, bro. To keep a show running.
she loses respect for the racist shit that she said out her mouth. So I don't fuck with her. You can keep her there if you want, but I don't fuck with her after that. That's why her shit got canceled when she tried to reboot it later on. I think like 23, 22 or something.
So what is this list right here? Is this like a top 50 or something like that? Because there's a lot of moms that
Yeah, it's a 50 list. Like I
yeah,
said,
I don't really recognize some of that because that was yeah.
they do have Betty Rupp on here. You said they need.
Yeah, I mentioned Betty Rupp. You can't have Wilma and don't put Betty. Betty had Bam Bam. Bam Bam was that dude, that little kid. Bam
I,
Bam and Thomas.
I
That was
don't.
their kids.
Lois from Malcolm in the Middle. I watched that a little bit, not enough to really gauge where she is, but she's not on my list. None of these people are, to be honest. I'm gonna scroll down some more. Why the hell? Oh, see, man, I don't like this. Why the hell they got Howard Wolowitz mom? We never even met her mom. I mean, his mom. So how the hell would I? Rest in peace, though. She actually passed away in real life. The actor who played his mom, but we never even seen her face. She was always the voice.
Why don't they have Suzanne Summers on here? And Suzanne Summers is going to probably be on my list.
We ain't there yet.
Suzanne Summers should be on here.
Nope.
What's the mom from Who's the Boss? She should be on here.
If any of y'all know any of these off-brand names, man,
She
chime in.
look like her
I
right
don't.
there. She
I
look
don't
like
know.
her right there.
I don't know who half of these people is.
Angela Rising Power.
Nah, that ain't her. Gloria, nah. Gloria was just a pretty face with a nice body, and she spoiled her kid. I like Modern Family though.
What's my lady off Sister Sister? She was a single mom and then hung it in. She need to be on here.
Oh, this is damn.
I mean, you got to get to some modern day. You need to put up the modern day. This right here ain't,
Man, you can't disrespect. You can't disrespect the past either.
I mean, certain, like I said, it was everybody was successful.
What do you mean? Why do you keep saying successful? What the hell do you mean by that? You don't have to have a million seasons to be a successful.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying. What I say is they're not successful. Meaning some of these women, like it or not, they were all some of these women were just on there using the shit out of their husbands. They wasn't really engaged with their kids, and we're gonna put that shit on the table, get it on the table right now because they didn't really put the same amount of fucking effort as the father did.
Oh shit! My bad.
Yeah, come on.
He was about to use. You watch yourself.
But some of them were trash though, and we're not going to ignore that. And that's what I'm saying. More of the work was put on the dad than the mom. What we're going to give the flowers to is the moms that engaged and provided. That counts too. You know what I'm saying? Not just financial, because I know that's how you think.
No,
They
no,
they provided. No. They provided an emotional safe place for their children, man. That's the
Well,
moms that I'm
so
talking. That's,
go
that's
ahead.
called success for me.
Go
To me,
ahead.
that's what successful is.
Go ahead and run your names. Then.
That's for success. That's what I'm talking about, man. A kid, it's a different. I'm gonna put it to you like this. You want to know what's success for these moms? To me, is the kids, a kid or the kids running and calling her mom. Then some of these kids calling them by their first name, like how they do their dad. They don't even use the word father or mother or dad. They don't use that. They just call you out. That's when you know you some shit. So when they run to you and engage to you as the parent, that's how you know. And I'm saying all of them, all these kids did not do that.
You're not,
you know what I'm saying?
but you're not telling me nothing. I want to hear names. Tell me names, so we can go from there. But like you
Well,
can't.
I mean, we're not gonna do the names unless you ready for the list. Now, if the list, I'm only gonna go off, without the mothers that I looked up to, the mothers that I saw parent. That's what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about them. I'm not gonna discuss the mothers that, like, you put that 50 up there. Don't Some of them don't deserve their flowers. That's all I'm saying. Some of them.
Oh yeah, you disrespectful. Yeah, you disrespectful as shit.
Some of them.
Without half of them, well, without them, most of the people that we watch wouldn't be here. What are you talking about?
You really think so?
They would not be where they are if
Should we put an acting comparison and put their ass on screen versus what we watch? I think I'll see a blowout. That's what I think.
if Lucy Ricardo never did what she did, there wouldn't be a lot of these women doing this shit.
I didn't say Lucy.
If Marge Simpson wasn't doing what she did, there wouldn't be no American Dad. There wouldn't be a lot of these cartoon moms. I mean, I don't even have to go there. Go to the Brady Bunch. Go to the Cleavers. Right. What do you mean they don't deserve their flowers? Jill, Home Improvement, my girl from Step by Step.
I just named her.
I'm just saying, like,
when I say they don't deserve their flowers, you just said on the list that you don't know these motherfuckers.
But you wasn't watching when I was.
You just said that though, bro.
You wasn't watching when I was talking earlier. I was on stream for 14 minutes before you pulled up. I said,
I'm going on what you said when I was on.
I said before you pulled up. I said I don't know half of these people, but that don't mean they don't deserve their respect, because that's from a different generation.
That's from they get an honorable mention. But some of them was an embarrassment too.
Who was an embarrassment?
Who an embarrassment?
Who was an embarrassment?
Peggy. That shit was sad sometimes with Peggy.
Peggy was ratchet. She was absolutely trash.
And I have to throw her in there because you're an embarrassment. She never worked. You see what I'm saying? She carried the only person that worked. She carried on the show. He was working though, and you never respected your husband, and you always had the kids had like low self-esteem and shit on there. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. She wasn't really a disciplinary like she supposed to some of the time. And I mean, we can get in. It wasn't always a success story, but I mean, Peggy Bundy is one of the faces of TV mom history because of Married with Children. It was a funny show. So I mean, she's gonna get that impact because of the show was a running show.
She was a horrible mom, and like as far as being a wife, she was subpar though. I ain't gonna lie. She didn't like to cook, but she liked to spend money. But I will give her credit. She never stepped out on that man. And she fought with him. They went to war together. I remember I was watching one episode not too long ago. They was out in traffic. The whole crew got into it. It was like a Royal Rumble on the freeway.
Yeah, because she couldn't get nobody better. That's why.
I'm not even talking about all that hypergamy shit. I'm just talking about in general. She might have been trifling, but she still stuck by that man.
She put up with Al, and I ain't saying Al was Al wasn't the best either, but he put a little more effort than her ass. I'll give him that.
All right, so I mean, you named one. You got another one.
I got my list.
That's what I've been waiting on.
So we gonna how we gonna do this? You want to do ah? How should we do this? You want to do the bottom five first, and then we bring it up,
I don't
or you
have
want to do
I
you
don't
got a
have
Mount Rushmore?
I don't
Let's
have
just let's just start with the Mount Rushmore, and we go down. Let's just do it. Let's just go ahead and frame like that. If you want to get down to business.
go ahead.
So you want to hit my list first?
Okay, yours first.
I was going to ask you,
I,
but if
I
you
already, I
want to,
already know. I know how you think. I'm gonna let you do this one this time.
you gonna let me go first? Okay, that's no problem. Uh, my Mount Rushmore. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Okay, so it's pretty much going flip flop a little bit because what the difference between this side and the dad side is that that dad that held my spot. I don't think he had a wife or a mom present when he was on my list. So I'm gonna have to pass that show up that I was talking about. And I'll go to my next show, which was I'm gonna go with Vivian, and then I'll go with Harriet, and then I'll go with Florida, and I think I'm gonna end it off with my number one, and that's Clear Huxtable. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that four there, and the fifth one, we I can go down a little more, but that fifth one on down, we'll get to that. But that's pretty much my Mount Rushmore, where I stand with TV moms because all of those moms was transcending. Um, we spoke about it on the other side, but they got to support their husbands. They were supportive of their husbands, and they was real attentive and stuff with when it comes to their children. You know what I'm saying? They really cared about what was going on in their life, and they was always problem solvers, and they also helped with those four also help with the disciplinary um, component when it comes to raising kids. So I'm gonna go once again, Vivian Banks, Harriet Winslow, Florida Evans, and Claire Huxtable is my goat. It's on you, sir. It's on you, and then we'll go from there. But I think that's where I'm gonna stand for sure. I see you looking at your list, but just go off the top of your head. It'll work out.
I can't do talk because I fuck around and miss names. There's too many.
We got 5, 6 more slots to go. So you can get it.
These are all black right here that I'm looking at. By the way, and there's I'm not. All right, so I'm gonna do this. This is my 4. The in no order. By the way, Vivian Banks, not the light skinned one, the dark skin, the original Vivian Banks. You ain't clarified that. The light skinned one was trash. The dark skinned Vivian Banks. Florida Evans. Claire Huxtable. And I'm gonna go with it's between Harriet. I'm just gonna stick with Harriet. Those are my black Mount Rushmore women. I have a white Mount Rushmore too.
No, we're not doing that though. That's not what this is. That's not what this is gonna be. We're not gonna make it something like that. We're gonna go with the tops.
Well, then I'm gonna.
You're gonna go with the tops. Is these your tops or not?
I'm gonna have to take. Nah, I can't do that. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stick with this. But I do want to mention Nikki Parker. But you had Nikki Parker, you had Cookie Lion. I don't know how. The mom from Moesha, she was like that. My girl from My Wife and Kids was like that. Shout out to Gina. Tracy Ellis Ross from Blackish. She was like that.
Okay, is this on your list though? That's what I want to know.
I just gave you my 4. I didn't even go into.
I mean, because you kept naming them. I thought you would keep naming on your list.
These are honorable mentions.
So what you saying is none of them is in your top 10.
No, not Cookie for damn sure. Nikki Parker, not for damn sure. I'll put Bo from Blackish on there. I'll put Rochelle on there from Everybody Hates Chris. And I'll put my girl from My Wife and Kids on there.
You say Everybody Hates Chris?
Right.
Who was that? You talking about Pam?
Yeah.
Okay. Do any of the cartoon moms, do they grace your list? They get on there?
Marge gets on there. I think I named 10 already. I think I probably named more than 10.
But you said they was honorable mentions though.
No, at first, yeah, because you was talking about the ones I said was honorable mentions was like Lisa Landry from Tia and Tamara. I forgot about her too.
I told you, sister, she wasn't on that list you
had. My girl Louise from the Jeffersons.
Is she on the 10?
No. I already did my 10.
All right, what's your 10? What's the one under the Mount Rushmore? We know the Mount Rushmore. What's under the Mount Rushmore?
I'm about to repeat that list again. You should have been listening.
See, I didn't. But see, I don't think I heard 10. That's why I'm saying. If you know them, you can name them.
You heard 10.
But you said honorable mention, and then you said this is my list. So I think that's what the confusion came in at. I don't know if it was honorable mention or list.
Vivian Banks, Florida Evans.
I ain't count them. But go ahead.
I'm trying to just go over the entire thing, so there's no more confusion because you seem to not be able to hear.
All right, go ahead. I heard the 4. I heard the Mount Rushmore. Right. I didn't hear nothing else. Go ahead. You said Vivian, Harriet. Come on.
I'm not doing the 4. I'm doing the 6.
Oh, you doing the 6? Let's roll.
Janet, Kyle.
So that's the one from My Wife and Kids, right? That's Gina.
Correct.
All right, let's roll. Pam.
D.
Everybody hates Chris. Monique.
No, I said D.
Lee. Okay, from Moesha. Mm-hmm. 3 more.
Bo from Blackish.
Bo. Okay. I don't even remember her kids. But okay.
The mother from Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
And Suzanne Summers from Step by Step.
Oh, you gonna take mine? See what I'm saying?
You think my whole list ain't gonna be black?
But it's okay. I went first. You'll go first next time.
My list is done.
So that's your 10.
And my list ain't Joey's list.
I know it's not gonna be my list. I know that. But your 10 is done. So first, before I do mine, I want to honorable mention that you said that Marge was gonna be on your list and she wasn't.
What does that have to do with your list? Why are you concerned about my list?
I'm just putting that on the table because I'm gonna take Marge. That's why I'm saying Marge. Yeah, I'm taking Marge. Marge Simpson is gonna be on my top 10. Yes. Yeah, she's gonna be on my top 10. Along with Miss Suzanne Summers from Step by Step. I'm gonna take who else I'm gonna take? I said Step by Step. I said The Simpsons. That's 5, 6. So I got 4 more. Out of that 4, who should I go with? Did I say sister?
No.
Sister. I gotta go with sister. Give me growing pains. Give me growing pains. I'm just gonna name the show. You match the mother up with that. The growing pains on there. I'm gonna go 1 of the years. I'm gonna go motherfucking 1 of the years. 1 of the years was one of them 80s classics. And she was a damn good mother. I think she had three kids on there. 3. She was a great mother. So I'm putting 1 of the years on there. So that leaves me with 2 left. Let's see.
Man, it ain't so easy, is it?
Well, I mean, when you talking about, we can name moms like we've been doing, but when you talking about production and what mothers instilled in their kids, nah, it ain't, bro. It ain't that easy. I can give you a name just like that, but if the production not there, it's just a name. You know what I mean? So I'm at 8. Let's see. What's the give me Jill from Tim the Two Man Taylor Jones. Give me her, and then see, I need one more mom. I was thinking about the other show that used to be out, Smart Guy. Well, see, Smart Guy,
He was
he
a
ain't
single.
had no, he
He was
was a single. See what I'm saying? He was a single dad. You see what I'm saying? So he should have been on that list. But I'm just saying that right there, what he did with those 3 kids is, what I'm saying. That's why I had to mention that with the moms, because it's like, dang, you got all them kids by yourself. That's rare that dad had them kids. But what's my 10th slot? Man, it's so many shows. Uh, all right, go ahead, give me Boy Meets World now. Give me her. That'll be it.
So you are stealing some of mine. Okay, that's
Give me
cool.
Boy Meets World.
I ain't mad at it.
Give
Not
me Boy
bad.
Meets World.
Not bad. I'm curious.
No. I take her off because it just hit me. Because I want to give this mother her flowers. She need to be on my list, and I want to give her flowers. So the Boy Meets World mom was good, but I wanna give Miss what's her name, Miss Esther Roll, mom, what's her name on there, from Dorothy mother from Golden Girls. She need to be on there because she used to get on Dorothy helmet, boy. I gotta put her on there. Golden Girls, classic, and she gonna round my list out. Gotta give her flowers.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad.
I'm curious.
It's a lot of moms though. Of
You know
course,
what?
of course, we could put other moms on this list, but these moms is showed up in major ways for their kids, man, and that's, to me, in my opinion, that's who should make the list. You know what I'm saying? We mentioned the money part. It ain't just about the money. Just like with the dads, it was more emphasis on the money when we were talking about the dad portion, because dads are more of a provider than mother is. So had that is a factor for dads, but mothers, it comes down a little bit with the providing. You got to provide too, but it's not but it's not as important as it is with that dad with that money. Mothers have to uh, mothers have to provide an emotional imprint when it comes to their kids. Man, they got to be there for them, really emotionally and nurture their nurturing ability. It's like a bond thing when it comes to a mother and her children. And if she's not bonding and like attached, that attachment, she got some work to do. I put that over the money piece. She supposed to be in tune. If you're a good mother, you're a real great mother and shit out here. Your mind and all that, you're supposed to be in tune with your children's emotions, man. That to me, that's what really make a real great mother. If you don't know what the fuck going on with your kids, you can't feel what's going on in that seat with them kids without them opening their mouth. Then you lost. You ain't really no great mother then, man. Because a real mom understands what came out their body, bro. They do know that. And these mothers really knew their children. They really knew them. You know what I'm saying? And if you know your kids, then you able to help them, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't got that bond, that chemical bond attachment to your kids, nah, you ain't on point. You not.
You might as well just say it back when it was a traditional role in the house. That's basically what you're saying.
What
Because
I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, a mother carries a baby for what, 9 months in their belly, man. That's that's where that shit starts at. So
it doesn't.
the whole time that baby is inside of their belly, bro, they're having a relationship, my dude. It's a relationship being formed between the baby when that baby come out and that mother. So you're in her body, so she feels everything, the growth and the development of that child, man. So when that child come out, her ass should know when he's sad or when he lying and all that. She supposed to know all that shit, every bit of how the baby thinks. That development was in her stomach. If her ass can't figure all that out, she horrible, bro.
I think you reading. You reading way too much into this because this is just TV we talking about. This shit, none of that shit was real. It was just TV.
I mean, we are talking TV moms, but this is still a mom's list. And what I'm saying is, in order for these women that we named today to make the list, they had to be an example of that. Like you threw out the fact that I didn't specify which Vivian, but see, real real watchers and real people that watch the Fresh Prince of Bel Air would know that I chose the first Vivian over the second one. You see what I'm saying? Why? Why? Because of the way she mothered. Do you get that? They would know. She didn't mother like that second one, man. She was a real one. She was a real one, and she would go upside their head, or at least it looked like that. You know what I'm saying? Vivian was nice. I mean, it was a few times they had to Phil had to pull her back. You know what I'm saying? She's about to go in. That's what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, on their helmet. I know that you're trying to play with me, girl. Like she's about to go over Hillary head a little bit. So if it was for Uncle Phil, she would have messed them kids up playing with her. I'm just saying she was in tune with her children and their mannerisms and how they move and all that. Like a real mom know all that shit, bro. Like before you even try to present what you about to present, she already know. So don't even try that with her. I had a grandmother. You had grandmother. You already know how that went. You know what I'm saying? You don't present them bullshit, and then you think that's gonna fly.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that.
They check that at the door. That's what I'm saying. Like they understood it.
I think overall, they both were pretty good lists.
Your list was decent.
Likewise.
Mine was it was slightly better, but not
I
too
know
much.
y'all don't know this. The only reason why this list is going is because he's always trying to compare and compete. I ain't got the energy for it. You want to feel? You want to feel? If you want,
it's just a difference in opinion. That's all.
It is.
You got your opinion, I got mine.
Yeah, exactly. Don't hit me up afterwards talking about, oh man, I told you my list is gonna be better than yours, and you cooked this. Don't do that. I ain't trying.
I'm not gonna do none of that. But I am gonna say that since we still on here and it's running, that Claire is still, the GOAT.
This is what this is also
on the other side this time. She the GOAT on the other side.
I don't care. Florida Evans will always be the one that is.
Did you even name her last? Did you even name Florida last?
I named her like second or third.
Okay, is she second too?
No, she's not. Oh, she's not. Not in my opinion.
But she on my Mount Rushmore though. Florida on my Mount Rushmore. But I still like my only knock with Florida. She was a loving mother. She loved her kids dearly. But my only knock, and I'm gonna say it again, she should have got their ass out of there. Even though she didn't work in there like that, she still should have tried to get them out of that condition or find somebody, to get her kids out of that rough condition. But other than that, she held it down with her kids.
Nigga, if it wasn't for Bill, Claire wasn't doing that shit on her own. So stop it.
Bill was right.
They had different upbringings, sir. They didn't have the same hardships. Stop it.
So you saying Bill could have took care of them all 5 kids without Claire, right?
I'm saying she couldn't have did it without him.
And I just said Bill couldn't have did it without her, right?
Exactly.
All right, so don't get that twisted.
The point is, you trying to say you tried to put all of the responsibility on Florida, but shit, my man was a custodian. You're not getting very far with that type of.
But see, we're not talking about the dad list. We're talking about mom. I'm talking about mom lists, and listen to this. While we talking about mom lists, if you heard me earlier, I did say when we was talking about the dad list, when we was talking about Bill Cosby and James Evans, the money came up. See, they had to provide to get them out of the situation. I never said that about Florida. I didn't say that about Florida and Claire. It's different with them. All they got to do is find better. That's it. And she could have took those 3 kids out their house and left James Evans in there broke, man. She could have did that.
I really want to ask the people watching, but I'm gonna make a post or a poll. I want to know: are you choosing love over money?
You can put it however you want to put it, but I'm gonna put it to you like this.
You gonna try?
When we talking about moms, when we talking about women and moms, Moms are survival, bro. Like it's been happening from the end of time. A mom is not gonna. A mom is always gonna choose the best situation for her and her kids' upbringing. It's happening every day.
Nigga, she chose the best for her, because James Evans was
So she,
James
she
Evans.
chose to remain loyal. Is what she did.
James Evans. Loyalty matters. What are you?
It ain't no loyalty. It ain't no loyalty out here
So,
when you talking about survival.
hold on. So you telling me she was supposed to have said, "Fuck this nigga. He can work hard. He can be a faithful man and all that shit. Fuck him. I need somebody who got more money than him."
There you go. And that's
Man,
the way.
get out of here.
And that's the way TV was headed to anyway. You acting like that stuff didn't already happen. If a man is not,
I tell you what, Claire
if a
Huxtable.
man is not providing
I tell you what,
the right lifestyle for a female will use her survival tactics and find somebody better. It's human nature.
I'm not trying to hear that shit. So basically, let's go ahead and blame Claire Huxtable for this. I'm independent. I don't need a man shit. That's where it started.
Well, no, you can't put her as the poster because she wasn't a single mother. She had a husband.
Well, what you're saying?
Where did it start?
So
she had a husband. Husband stayed with her.
So who? What mother started that shit then?
Okay, find out.
I mean, you got all the little. You trying. Claire Huxtable knew how to suck dick, work, and still be a wife. So she was a combination of all of it. She wasn't hypergamous. You're trying to make her hypergamous. She got it in the mud with Bill.
Mm-hmm.
But she knew how to still be a woman as she was doing her own shit.
Mm-hmm.
Florida built her foundation on love, loyalty, God, the same principles. The only difference is she didn't have the same era of opportunity as Claire did. They still had a successful upbringing. They still raised their kids with morals and manners and all that good shit. It was just a different time. She's not
It advanced at the time Claire came along. It advanced. Claire showed women that they don't have to be a modern day slave to their husband.
But she was
more of a helpmate.
But guess what happened though? They didn't learn shit from Claire Huxtable because they still don't want to. They still name me one woman right now that is a reflection of Claire Huxtable.
If anybody watched TV in the 80s, Claire Huxtable that we are discussing right here, she was sophisticated. She had class. She was thorough. All of that. Like she was a bold woman. All of that in one. And she never. And look at the husband she had. She never really put something on like real trashy and disrespected her husband on that show, bro. So when you talk about Claire being this representation of the modern women, she ain't never feel like Sierra did Russell. Sierra Curry Russell.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. Let me give you a time.
They didn't get that from her.
Let me give you a better time. Let me help you understand what I'm talking about. Claire Huxtable was educated, but she was feminine. She knew how to suck and fuck, but she knew how to go to work. Her job didn't turn her into Hulk Hogan when she came home. She had a science. She knew how to balance that shit out.
Now hold up. Let me tell you this. I'm gonna let you get back. But feminine, when you talk about feminine is not sucking and fucking all the time.
I'm just saying.
I just want that to be out there because there's a lot of masculine women that know how to do that, and they're masculine as fuck. So we're gonna put that on the table. She acted, saw, and still got hers. You know what I'm saying? Women today don't know how to do that. Let's put that on the table. They don't know how to be. They don't know how to separate that shit. And that's what's going on. Claire did, and she even spoke about the modern women and said how they act and how they carry themselves and how they disrespect their man when they're in a relationship and their husbands or whatever. It's the way that you're acting. It's the way that you your principles and all that. They say all of that is gone. She didn't have that problem.
You done cutting me off? Or can I finish what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, finish.
These women in 2025 don't know nothing about what the fuck you talking about. The only thing they got from Claire Huxtable is I can make my own money and I don't have to do nothing that a dude is telling me. They've been programmed to be one way, but not be a combination. You cannot be in corporate America. Well, I'm not even trying to go down that road. This is about TV show moms and all that shit.
Yeah, real. Come on.
Florida Evans stuck by her dude. He was loyal to her. She was loyal to him. They grew up in two different time periods. It's apples and oranges. The only reason why you stick by Claire is because she had money and Florida didn't. That's all that is.
No, I mean you can say the money part. It helps that she was a teammate and all that, but I really feel like when you're talking about being with someone, we're gonna put it on the table. This is where I'm gonna get to the main ingredient of why I rank Claire over Florida, and I'm gonna keep it that way. This is the main ingredient. When you're a woman and you're a mother, and that's what both of these women were. They were great mothers, no doubt about it. But the difference between these two is that Florida Evans, she wasn't, she didn't have the career and everything that she could have got attained herself because back then, like I say, back then it was an intimidation if a woman was working and all of that, trying to bring more for the household and stuff like that. So Florida could have the option to get another man that had maybe a little more income, or he can move her and her family out of where they were at. That was always presented because Florida was living off of James Evans' hard work. James Evans was going out there every day, busting his ass, sweating and all that, trying to bring home the bacon that he had back to the house so she can cook it for her and the kids. That wasn't the case for Claire. Claire already had her shit together. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's what's going on today. A woman that always had her shit together, and she meets a man that's on the same path, it's more of a team type thing, more of a combination. So that way, if something happened to Bill or something like that, Claire can prove her loyalty by continuing to run the ship. But if you only dependent on one person, that come off like you only with me for what for what I got, instead of being with me because you already obtained what you got. So it's not like you using Bill for just because he's a doctor. You're a lawyer. She was a lawyer, so it's like they brung it together, and they made a combination team, and that's what's going. And that's what I say. That's the problem with modern day, is that guys get with these women. Look at the situation with Shannon Sharp, and now she's getting 10 or broke off, because she didn't bring nothing to the table and he was fucking with her. So if you don't got nothing to lose, you know, that means you're out for everything that you can gain. And I'm just saying that that's the difference. Claire had her shit together, and Florida was dependent on James winning for the kids. And I'm just saying, when it comes to a mother, the reason why Claire got that rank is because if it came down to it, Claire could do okay without Bill and raising her kids. And Florida, if James was to leave Florida couldn't do that. Florida would have to find another James or get someone in that spot that James Evans had in order for her kids to survive. That's why I say she could have easily got somebody that was better and lived better, or even got that shit herself and left James. You see what I'm saying? So either way, Claire gonna be, you know, she gonna have that over.
You can say whatever. You can do all that. I'm still gonna stand by what I said.
Well, I mean, it's real. I mean, like I say, I still say what I said last time. She one of the most loyal, if not the most loyal TV moms in history. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? She did stay with him, but she struggled, bro. And that's just what it was.
I mean, look.
And if you go modern day, like if you put that same situation on a modern day woman, yeah, they'll stick it out for that with that man a little bit, but they're not gonna be, a woman is not gonna be with a dude and he not getting better, bro. They're not gonna be letting their kids go to school with holes in their shoes and shit like that. They're gonna look at it like it can be better. And if they can find somebody that's gonna change all that, they stepping. That's what goes on today. That's what's been going on. That's called the survival instinct, bro. They're not gonna let their kids be suffering for years all the way till they grow up. It's not gonna happen.
That's subjective.
Well, either they get it out the mud, like, and invest in themselves, like Claire before she even met Bill, or you find somebody that can give you that lifestyle. Either way, is, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be it can be better. That's the option that they have. You see what I'm saying? A man can't get a woman to take care of him and his kids, bro. A woman can get a man to do that. Remember that. A man ain't gonna be able to do that, bro. That's the fact.
The only reason I'm letting you go on and on and on is because you stuck in your, you just, yeah.
But she's still my Mount Rushmore. I mean, like, it ain't gonna change. He was in my Mount Rushmore. It's not gonna change.
The very fact that just because both parties got money don't mean their ass gonna be happy. You tripping. Cause ain't not a single.
But you only listening to the money part. They had careers, bro. They went to college, bro. They had to struggle too. Stuff had to get paid back before they got those jobs and those careers and jobs that they had, bro.
Yeah, he also had different values and morals and things that they abided by. This generation don't give a shit about none of that stuff.
And if you take away all the money that you keep talking about, that you look at. I look at the fact that since we talking about mothers and how they were with their kids, I look at the fact that when it comes down to those kids, um, it was an understanding, bro. You see what I'm saying? It was a lesson to be taught. You see what I'm saying? It was times that yeah, Claire had girls, man. She had all them girls, bro. Think about Claire. She couldn't let them girls get out on her, bro. Bill, she only had one son on the show, so and she still was able to you know what I'm saying, coordinate and bond with Theo on it. Even though Theo was, the only son that Bill had to really worry about, it was the way they got along with disciplining them kids. Now, if you flip it and go with the Evans, shit, Florida ain't never coming in and you know what I'm saying. She wanted to teach them morals and all of that, but shit, James coming in going upside somebody's head, man. Boom, like that. She was. You think she was for that? Don't hurt him, James. Come on, man. Like they wasn't agreeing in him giving all them whoopings out. They did not agree on that. Florida wasn't whooping everybody in there. That was only James Evans, bro, because he was frustrated because he wasn't getting it done on that workforce. But the Cosby's ain't never had that problem.
Like I said, different eras, different times.
Yeah, it's TV history. That's all we talking about. TV history.
Anything else you wanna leave the people with?
This all I want to. Cause you got the list. We know. I think we know who we put on there, but the honorable mentions. Do you have like a top whatever that's honorable? Somebody that could have just made the list, but for whatever reason they didn't.
I didn't write nothing down. The list that I gave.
Well, I'm just saying off the top of your head, it can be maybe one or two people.
I don't remember none of the names I mentioned, other than maybe uh, the mother from Sister, and
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. I can't really even remember. Oh shit! The Brady, the Brady mother, the Leave the Beaver.
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
even mention Leave the Beaver.
You see what I'm saying?
So yeah,
We
like
didn't, we didn't even mention the mother or what's happening.
227.
Yeah, yeah. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of moms out there that deserve the credit because it was some of the nannies like they kind of placed they was in place of the mom if the mom wasn't around, so they helped with the upbringing. And all I'm gonna put on it is going back in the day how it was to how it is now with these kids. I think the main issue with us losing these kids today, as far as being a father or mother, is I think we went away from the old tactics of it takes a village to raise a family. To raise a kid takes a village, and I think the village is uh is gone now, man. They took that village, man. That village was like the neighborhood and all of that. They used to help with everybody's kids and stuff, making sure everybody came up right. That shit gone, man. Like if they see you doing wrong and your kid your parents at work, mom, dad at work, you know what I'm saying, they'll come in, step in, make sure you good, you know what I'm saying, and let your parents know when they get there, this is this, that, and the third what happened with your kid, and it wouldn't be chastised or it wouldn't it it wouldn't come out as somebody doing something to, you know, to my kid. It was more of a team back then. That's all I'm saying. When I say village, it was more of a team in raising kids, and it was a trust level there. And I think that's the difference between back then and today. I think that need to come back, and the kids would be more respectful. There's a lot of disrespectful kids out here, man, and they going down the rabbit hole with that disrespect. And we losing a lot of youngins at an early age because we don't have that platform no more with all the adults sticking together and bringing up these kids. That's gone.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I think we covered everything, bro. Appreciate you pulling up and everybody tapping in. We be back later. I got another one for y'all, man.
So it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, shoot me. Yeah, hit me up when you get a minute after this, man. And cause I want to set up Sunday. I ain't get around to Sunday yet.
Okay, that's no problem. We'll work on it.
All right.
This was a nice stream, nice topic. This is called the top 10 for a reason, and we will revisit the top 10 or something else later. It's coming back.
That being said, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. I will see you guys later on. It's back to the lab I go.
One, play the GOAT. Don't forget.
No, she's not.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close my ancestors speak, they tell me they're tired of them praying on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep, longing to sing until I've surpassed peak, until they think we are equal. Please, all I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their palms would bleed, begging a generation.